Hello, this is me mucking about, but it's a tutorial video on how to make things a bit more dramatic. Look at that, that's dramatic, isn't it? Oh, hello, welcome to my tutorial. Right, anyway, I'll stop being silly, get on with it. Right, yes, so this is one of my ex-students' pictures, Jodie's picture, very good photograph, well done Jodie. So we're going to do a few different things to this. To spice it up a little bit. Black and white is part of the technique. So we're going to duplicate the layer, Command and J to start with, okay? And then we're going to do Command and M. Oh no, not, sorry, forget that. We're going to go up to Filter, Other and High Pass. Oh, I pressed Custom then, the world will never know why. Filter, Other, High Pass. And then we're going to add a bit more sort of detail to the skin. Okay, it's not really what you'd sort of like in this scenario, but it's going to work. So what we want is just edges within the skin. Okay, sort of a bit more dramatic, somewhere around there. If you're not seeing anything in here, that's not what you want. You want something in there. So this gives you like a separate grey layer. And then we're going to change that to overlay. And that will give you your slightly more dramatic, overexposed, high contrast effect into this. Now it does sort of go a bit over the top. On here. Now we could fix that with layering. We're not going to do that right now, but you could certainly do that if you had a bit more time. I'm going to do Command and E, okay, which super glues the layer that you're on to the layer below it. So we're just going to go back to one separate background layer. Okay, then we're going to turn it black and white. Now the shortcut, Command, Shift and U for it's not unusual. Okay, so we've now got our black and white image with a bit more edge to it. Now we're going to do Command and J to give us a separate layer. Now this bit, we're just going to focus on the eyes, okay? So we just want the eye to be a bit more dramatic. There's quite a bit more detail in here that we can't quite see at the moment. So we're going to bring up the curves and just going to work mainly in this shadowed area here. We can bring up that detail within the eye so it looks quite a bit better just there. If I do before and after, you can see we've got something quite a bit more exciting in there. So I can press OK. Now the thing is, I only want the eye bit on this. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and again, just getting used to techniques here, I'm going to go in and I'm going to add a adjustment layer. I'm going to do Command and I, so I don't have that effect on, okay? And then you're just going to get the brush tool, which is Burr on the keyboard. Use the brackets to the right of the letter P, just to go through and paint that back, just to give it that effect. And you'll notice if I go over to the adjustment layer, there's just that tiny little bit that it's brought it back. Hello! Okay, so I can go back to this now, and what I'm going to do next, go back to the background layer. I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to move that up to the top. Okay, now I'm just going to do the overall sort of outside of the image now. So I'm going to do Command and M again. And I want it to be a bit more dramatic around the outside of the image. Okay, I quite like that lowered exposure there. Bringing that down, that's quite good. If you go a little bit too far, you can always bring it back. So I really like that, that's really quite nice. But it's gone too far on the face. So again, just getting used to techniques, I'm going to go in over here, add a layer mask, okay? And I'm going to just get used to that other technique of doing Command and I, which takes it away. Brush tool, and I can paint it back in. Use the brackets to the right of the letter P to make the brush size smaller. I have also, just on this, turn the opacity right down to 33, which means that it's going to take a couple of clicks to bring that back. And again, if I just zoom in, you can see what I've done there. I've painted it. It's not pure white, which means it's not fully painted back. But you can certainly see, oh, I've dropped my microphone. You can certainly see it's beginning to come back. Just gives you that little bit of extra control. So I can paint it again. Start bringing back that effect that I want. And I quite like this because I can now just go in over here and just add a bit more drama to these sections as well. And then if I really wanted, let's turn the opacity down just a little bit more, and I could go over some parts of the skin if I just wanted it to be just a little bit more edgy. on certain sections of it. Okay, and then I've got my super edgy black and white photograph through, and you can sort of see, if I could just zoom in on that again, you can see the way the layer mask is working for that. Awesome. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed my video. Ho, ho, ho. Oh look, it was like I'm eating the things behind me. Oh! There we go. Well, I hope you're entertained. Thank you very much. Bye-bye now. Jason kissing me in the ear. Again.